But I've got my coffee, I've got my book, I've got my journal. I'm gonna try to do some scripture this morning. Yeah, Colt's still asleep, but I have to have the generator on. My battery isn't holding a charge. So last night, Colt is already established he's not a cowboy. I'm going to establish and say he's already not a camper. So last night, I could have swore I heard footsteps. So there's gravel all over where we're at, and we're near kind of like a place where people can stop and look and things like that. There's some picnic tables. Anyways, so last night around 11:30, I thought I heard footsteps right outside the door. Well, I asked Colt if he was awake. He said yes. He comes outside with me. He's got knives. I've got the little metal thing that goes to the table. So we come on outside. He's like, no one's here, and he's just blowing it off like I heard an animal, or it's the tree on top of the house. And I'm like, it's definitely not the tree. Like, I hear crunching, and I'm pretty sure I did. Come to find out this morning, there's a car parked just right over the way. You can't see where I'm sitting at now, but just right over there. And I'm pretty sure I heard their footsteps last night. So anyways, fast forward to this morning. It is a little early, and I generally don't like to run the generator this early, but like I said, the battery is dead. And again, Colt is not a camper. He wants it to be a brisk like 70 degrees in that camper at nighttime. Well, the wind's blowing. My door latch handle that I replaced it with really isn't holding like a seal on the door unless the deadbolt's on. So I always have a deadbolt on anyways, but it's not, I don't really think it's holding a seal. And plus it's not a 4-season. It's not gonna hold, it's not gonna hold the temperatures. It's a camper. It's not a house. It's my house, but it's not a house. Anyways, so he's in there. I got the generator on. The batteries are charging. So we've got propane. It's just my batteries, which I thought was kind of odd. Guess I'll have to text the old mixer, see what he thinks. But, so yeah, I'm going to let him and Lily Bell sleep, because Lily Bell is sleeping until somebody makes her wake up. So I'm going to sit outside by myself, have eyes on these people, and watch the sunrise. All right, so we're hiking the Peak Trail, and I believe this is the densest, I'll have to go back and read it, but I think this is the most dense population of Joshua trees on the planet. I'll have to take a picture of the bulletin board. So far the trail has been relatively nice and easy. However, it just hasn't been easy to follow. So at the beginning of the trail, May and I had to pull up all trails a few times, because I guess there's, I don't know if it's like social trails or from this possible prescribed burn that they had, but it was a little hard for me and I kept getting sidetracked. But we're on the right path now. We've hiked our first peak in California. What do you think? It's actually a really pretty look. So which train would you take? Which direction?
I guess I'm going on the Gold Coast. Limited, I guess.
You going eastbound?
I'm going westbound.
You're going westbound?
From here.
Okay. Where we are heading after we get done with the sniffs. Take a guess. It's not Africa, but it might be pretty darn close to it. So to kind of give you a perspective, that's where we just hiked. That track mark, that's what we just went up. One found her mama's shoes. Ready? Look at her go. Not like she didn't climb this sand dune just now. Look at her. Lily! Come on! Let's see if she'll come back or if she'll wait. She loves running in the dirt. What? Shh. Look at her. She ran and waited. Look at us learning. And off she goes. We just finished the Kelso sand dunes, and I have to say that has got to be one of the toughest trails I have ever done. That sand dune is apparently rated moderate. I think that's strenuous. It's straight up the sand dunes. I got the video earlier, and my sock has a hole in it. My good sock. Look at this. Not my good sock. This one's still hanging on. But my good socks have a hole. May and Lena make it to downtown Hollywood. What do you think, Lily? It is Sunday and we got set up yesterday. So today we're just kind of taking a little time exploring. So a really neat thing about this area is it's all dog friendly, all off-leash dog park. Like, it's really fun. Lily's already made so many friends. This is the first trail that we've done and it's right near our camp. So like the area where you camp isn't really ideal because you're literally in a parking lot right by the soccer fields. So yesterday they had soccer games and that was kind of loud, or I guess I'm not used to all that noise yet. But we're gonna be putting up like some privacy fences to help with that. Lily Bell's already making herself at home on our first little trail. Just look at these early morning views. Hey, come here. Come. That's right.
He couldn't hardly see that.
No?
He's squinting. What you know, that's in the jailhouse now in the prison. Make your circle, baby.
You go tell him, Lily.
Look at Walter.
Walter's like, I'll play with you.
Walter's like, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Come on. I ain't scared.
Lily! Good! Gonna get your toe beans. What do you think? Oh, look at that little boy. What do you think, Lily? She's decorating the church for Christmas. Lily, what do you think? Look at that girl getting some snipperoos in. Doing a little bit more of exploring in our new backyard, and it's really neat. So Santa Barbara's pretty much, I mean, at a zero elevation compared to where we just came from. In Utah it was like 65 to like 7,000 feet, and now like your highest point is probably like 4,000 feet. So it's kind of interesting though, because everything around here, there's so many hills, so it's not really flat. It's interesting. But Lily Bell is having the absolute time of her life. We just saw, I think it was a hawk flew by, but I couldn't get my phone out fast enough to record it, but it was really cool. She's been digging in the dirt this morning, so I don't know if it's like a mole, a groundhog. I have to look up and see what like mammals live around here. Look at this. Once darn thing focuses. Come on. Okay. So all of this is still Ellings Park, and then you have the coast literally right there. How neat is that? Oh, and we're staying right down here. So like right here in that area is where we are living. She's looking for someone. I think her Uncle Colt might be in that bathroom. What is it, Lily? What is it? Who are you looking for? I mean, she looks like she's looking for someone. What is it? Lily. Easy, Lily. He's on a leash. Easy, Lily. We got you on video.
I figured that. I was like, look at him. I gotta get out with the phone. See y'all, I brought him to the airport. He's still alive.
We'll be right back, Lily. We'll walk you to the airport. Oh, you get your smoocheroos. We'll be right back. All right. Well, it's such a happening little place. Are you ready to go home?
Oh yeah, baby. Ain't no place like home. You know what Alice in Wonderland said? No place like
Yeah.
You ready to get me home?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. We've got our contract signed. We were supposed to be leaving March 11th, 12th, or 14th, something between the 11th to the 14th. Anyways, we're leaving in March, and honestly and truly, my original game plan was to be leaving here and taking a month or so traveling up the Oregon coast before we head to Colorado for the summer. It's really going to depend on if I can save the money or not, but if not, this is not a bad place to be. Honestly, as of right now, if I can winter here every winter, this is probably where I would be. It's absolutely stunning. Just look. Here's our left side, and here's our right side. Literally, mountains on one side, ocean on the other. Looks like I got here just in time. There's actually some paragliders getting ready to take off. So we get to watch this morning. So, let me get my little bit of coffee I have left. So, the whole reason I am doing this YouTube channel is really for a documentary for May and I, because whenever I'm old and I can't remember what I've done, I've got my journal, which is great, but I also have now a video, and it's been really fun really creating these videos and just kind of sharing whether or not like anybody sees it or not. I think it's really fun for my family to kind of really get to see what I'm doing, and it kind of puts it all together. So on the way out here, or before I got here, so Bryce Valley Ranch RV and Horse Park, whenever you work camp there, as of this year that I just finished, this is the way it was. You complete your contract and you get an end of season bonus. The bonus is $400, and depending on your performance and things like that, you could get an additional compensation depending at the end of the year. But you were supposed to finish your contract to get the $400. Long story short, it didn't matter if you finished it, didn't matter if you started and you didn't do a full 7 months, as some of us did. Everybody got $400. So we also worked a concert, and instead of paying us to work it, she paid us in cash. It was $100 cash. So I pocketed that and I saved it for this particular trip getting out here. So I came out here with $500 and $500 in cash, and my whole plan was to use that $500 to get us here. So I broke down, I kept all of my receipts, and these are the receipts that I paid in cash. So for gas, I stopped 7 times. For that 7 times, I paid $314.72. Now that gas was to obviously get us here in the 4Runner, and then the gas for the generator because I needed to keep the freezer cold. So I got gas 7 times. Now on the ride out here, I also stopped at a grocery store, and I stopped at a grocery store twice. So the first time I stopped was at the Parowan Market, which was in Utah, because one, I needed to get Lily's Oregons, again, to keep, it was a heck of a lot better deal to get the Oregons there. So I got a box of Oregons, I got pork chops for whenever Colt arrived, I got cream cheese for my bagels, and I got half and half for my coffee. And then I stopped at the Lynn's grocery store, which was in Nevada, whenever I was with Miss Leanne, and I grabbed some ginger tea, which is good for stomachs and cramps, and then I grabbed some feminine products as well. So the 2 grocery items were $55.29. And then I also did a miscellaneous, which miscellaneous is because I don't really know what type of category to put these in, but one of them was Recreation Gov, which was $20. That was for the Red Canyon Scenic Drive in Nevada. So whenever May and I did the Calico Tanks Trail, which is on the previous video that we did last week, it was $20 to do the little scenic drive. And then $9.73, which I spent at the Visitor Center here on a hiking map. I think it's just going to be a fun way to keep up with all the trails we've done and actually date them as we go. So for the 2 miscellaneous items, it was $29.73. Now Colt did pay for us to eat out one day, so I did include this. I probably shouldn't have, but the food for Chick-fil-A was $20.85. So between gas, groceries, the miscellaneous items, and the food, that was $420.59. Now, whenever I went to go leave Bryce Valley Ranch, I also had a tab, and I also grabbed some propane. So my tab there was $73.70. I went ahead and I gave her cash for that. So between the Bryce Valley Ranch tab and then getting out here, I spent about $494.29. And again, that was all cash. So last week in our last YouTube, you saw us eating at White Castle. That meal was paid through my credit card because I did an automated system whenever I ordered, so I couldn't pay with cash. So I didn't count that because that was not a cash purchase. So including Colt's food, I probably could take that out. I do know the one receipt I don't have in here that I did pay for. It was $8 a night, $7 or $8 a night. And that's whenever we stayed at the Virgin River Recreation Area. My phone wasn't working at the time, so Miss Leanne bought mine in her spot for that night, so I gave her, like I said, $7 or $8. I went ahead and just gave that to her. I didn't include that, but to get from Utah to here, basically $500. Since I've been here, I have went ahead and grabbed some groceries and some things like that, and we have ate out while Colt was here. I haven't included any of that because for me, I wanted to see exactly what it cost just to get here, not once I got here. So yeah, $500 to get here from Utah.